So, Miles Morales is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4. Obviously, the definitive version will be on PlayStation 5 because that's what they.
Good luck to all those PS4s out there.
Yeah,
You're gonna need it. You will need it. I
because
tell you.
from what we understand is it was developed with PS5 and then you just scaled things back to work on PS4, which is that is never good, as we've seen at the start of every generation when that happens. But with it, we've recently gotten a new preview from Game Informer that gives us more details, reveals more suits, more of how the things are going to run and work, and how the game plays out. The first boss fight with Rhino. And, man, watching the new gameplay, reading the new article, I mean, I think people were exaggerating when they said, well, it's just a small expansion. But it's also... it's not a full, it's not the full length of the original game, but it's not also, it's 3 hours. It's like, it's right there in the middle of them, but you're definitely going to get a full game out of this. Like, the amount of suits and things you're going to be able to do and side quests and everything, like, it's definitely a full-fledged game that you're getting here, which really excites me.
Yeah, I'm going to say, it's a bit of a Genshin Impact, where it's like, hey, you haven't got to pay a single penny. This game is free to play. Here's an entire game. Right,
yep.
So, hey.
And Genshin Impact, for those that might not have played, is really good. It is a really good game.
It's really good. I haven't played a lot, but it's really good. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, more of this in the industry, please.
Yeah. I mean, and if you do pay the full price, obviously you're getting the remaster.
So you're getting like 1.5 games.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't like saying 1.5 games. You're getting 2 games.
Yeah. So, the way that we're looking at, like, some of the new PlayStation 5 details have been revealed. So, everybody was like, well, it's going to run 1080 60. No, it runs 4K 60, and that's the performance mode. 4K 30 if you want to enable ray tracing. So, dude, this game is going to push something, because you looked at those screenshots, you're like, wow, they look great, and they're like, oh, we didn't even really show you the full effects and everything in this. Like, many of these that you saw were actually just 4K 60. It's like, that's going to run buttery smooth. And I'm super excited because, again, I love the world that they set up in there, and I loved everything. And now knowing that it's going to run that good and that optimized, and they're adding all that to the remaster as well, you get the idea of how big of a leap this is for a first-generation game is what shocks me. Like,
but have you seen the new thing, though? Because it can't be a Spider-Man game without a controversy.
Oh, god damn it. What
There's
now?
The traffic gate. I'm pretty certain it was in Spider-Man PS4. They've had to, like, take the traffic out. Or people are saying they've taken the traffic out to make it like 4K 60 or whatever. And it's just like you just got 2 still images. Like, how do people know that the traffic hasn't just moved?
God damn it.
So you're going from Puddle Gate to Traffic Gate.
God.
And it's just like,
what is wrong with this fan base? Why? Everything. Every time, everything. You just can't. Like, look.
No one hates Spider-Man more than Spider-Man quote fans.
True. It is. That is one of the truest statements ever made by fans. Like, I don't get it. Like, guys, guess what? When you're swinging through New York in the middle of winter, the crazy particle effects everywhere, the snowfall, the crazy new lighting, the new textures and everything, and distance, like, as far as miles can go, that they don't have to reduce quality of how the cars are and pedestrians, having 30 cars instead of maybe 35, you're never going to notice that, okay? Like,
yeah.
Come on. Like, it's ridiculous.
And even that, there's that one screenshot where he's like Parker's on the one glass building, so they can like, advertise ray tracing. Everyone's like, it doesn't match up. It's like, who gives a shit?
Dude,
Come on, shut up.
Guess what?
You're literally just picking that for the sake of it.
On the PS4 game, the shadows and what was actually showing off wasn't even there. It was like a loose shadow you could see. Sometimes there was no reflection. They were all just static images and things. Like, and like looking inside of a building, there was like 3 insides of buildings, and they just repeated everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, guys, just stop nitpicking at the smallest things and just like look at the quality you're getting. And how great this game looks. And now imagine with how good Miles Morales looks right now as a launch title. Imagine how good Marvel Spider-Man 2 is going to look.
Ooh.
When it's
That'd be nuts.
Oof, like, I will not be shocked if that game runs at like 4K 90 or something. Like, it's they're going to optimize the hell out of that game.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm super excited. The game looks good. We know that Miles Morales is going to have a sidekick cat.
I don't get I'm not a cat person, so I don't get the cat. I'd see the cat and just go, ugh. It's not a dog. Give me a dog.
I don't care what they're doing. It just sounds cool. I'm excited. The cat is going to assist you for finishing moves. I'm in. I don't care.
I'd love to know where the cat came from.
Well, that too, and I'm betting that's probably going to somehow involve itself in some sort of side quest or story. And here's the thing. I saw them being like, oh, they've taken the real world that they have established in Marvel Spider-Man and they're cartooning it for the sequels. I'm like, take a step back. You're fighting a dude dressed in a vulture suit in the first. Get the hell out of here. What reality? They live in a world where the Incredible Hulk exists. Like, come on.
I say you're the main guy is a guy with spider powers. Like, nothing's realistic. I hate that argument for everything so much. Like, oh no, it's not realistic. It's like it's a comic book.
Yeah, it's a
comic
book.
Like comic book, insert whatever thing it is here. It's not gonna be realistic because guess what? This thing happened. You'd be dead. Radiation from a spider bite, you're dead. Blood poisoning, done.
We've gotten to the point where it's just complaining for the sake of complaining about everything that happens. Like,
it's every 13-year-old has a voice, and no one complains more than 13-year-olds. And I can say that because I was one.
Oh, that's true.
And I complained because I was 13.
I complained about everything, I'm pretty sure. Like, every single thing. I was like, well, no, I'm right, because I'm 13 years old.
People are going to be like, you haven't stopped complaining now. That is correct.
But yeah.
I'm not 13, so I'm allowed to complain.
And I've also gotten smarter with my complaining, and I've learned to just accept something for enjoyment now. So, like, back in my day, believe it or not, I had Spider-Man, the movie, the video game, or whatever, and that was peak Spider-Man, okay? So, like...
Yeah. Spider-Man 2, everyone loved that game.
Yep.
On the PS3.
And guess what? That game looks like garbage.
Oh, it's horrendous.
And I dare you to go play that game today and tell me it does not control and look like complete and utter garbage. Because it does. It does. Just,
Fun fact, it looked bad then, it looks bad now.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, the Spider-Man controversies continue into another week. Oh boy. We'll see how it goes next week when they announce
I'm excited
new.
for this game now. I'm here for it.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, it looks so good. I can't wait.
Even though I am kind of worried about how Miles' powers are going to affect everything, because Peter was OP as hell in that first game. You had those web bombs and you were set for everything.
Yep.
So you added more stuff to that. It's just like, this game was never balanced that well in the first place, and this seems to be even more unbalanced.
By the time you max out Miles at the end of this game, I'm assuming he's pretty much going to be a spider god.
He's going to be Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, what's going to happen is, I'm the golden god.
I am, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's always sunny.
Also, make a suit that looks good, for the love of God. Please, I just want one suit that looks good.
Do you not like the default Miles suit? Because it essentially looks like what the movie suit would look like.
I mean, in fairness, the Miles default suit is good, but like as a whole, please make a good additional suit. There,
so here's the thing: anytime I see the tracksuit, I want to puke a little bit more.
Yeah,
and I genuinely love suits that have more white on them because I'm a sucker for that look. But even I look at that and I'm like, whoa, God, what happened? Like, it is terrible.
It's very generic in that how it blocks off color. It's just
yeah.
You get the what is it, 2099 or 2049 suit with the Daft Punk helmet, and it's just like, no.
I like that one from the sheer aspect that the lights are going to look cool when you're taking photos with ray tracing on. I get why that suit suit exists only to show off ray tracing.
Yeah, it's true. But it's like, can we just not be ugly about it?
No.
That's all I want.
No, Mitch. No.
There's literally probably in the original or the first one, maybe 2 out of push 3 suits I actually liked out of the selection. The rest I'm just like, oh, these are awful.
Yeah.
Like, who wants the cyborg Spider-Man? No one. No one gives a crap about that suit. It's ugly as hell and for good reason.
I mean, some of those suits were clearly in there just to add padding and value, being like, but guess how many suits... It's like wrestling games that are like, we got 120 wrestlers this year. Okay, but nobody wants to play as Big Boss Man or Al Snow. Get out of here with that garbage. Like, come on. That's what they did. They're padding out. So, yeah, we'll talk more about Miles Morales when that game comes out, though. So, stay tuned.